You know who it is. It's your boy. Um, I'm here with part two of my video, 36 questions women have for men. Brought to you by Thunderfoot. My reaction to it. The reason it's in two parts is because I ran out of um memory on the first part and had to end it at 52 minutes, so almost an hour. But we're gonna finish up because we only have like 9 minutes into this video, 9:27, and it's 13 and a half minutes, or a little bit less than 13 and a half minutes. So we're gonna finish this up as quickly as we can, and let's go right here. Oh, before I even start, let me just say this. Where we left off at, they were talking about transsexuals and how they could reproduce and stuff, and it was the pro-life, pro-choice situation. My view on it with that is transsexual, man, woman, I really do not care. If you are have a uterus and you can reproduce life, then it's your choice, no matter what. So let's go.
Or at least I don't think they should. Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly?
Nah, because
Alright, Thunderfoot can go first.
for me, being manly kind of comes naturally with being, well, a man.
Okay.
You want me to draw you a picture?
Okay, me. I don't try to be manly. I don't try to be nothing that I'm not. If I'm seeing myself as a G, then I'm a G. If I'm seeing myself as a pussy, I'm a pussy. If I see myself as um hard body, I'm hard body. It really doesn't matter to me what you see me as. So I'm not trying to portray myself as nothing that I don't see myself as. Now, also like Thunderfoot said, if you're a guy, then you're going to be portrayed as manly no matter what. It does not matter. It's just like if you're a woman, you're going to be portrayed as feminine. And I'm not talking about feminist, feminine. More to the female side. There's nothing wrong with it. Why are you portraying it as there's something wrong with seeing yourself as a man or a woman? You know what I mean? And be happy with what you are. If I portray myself as manly, it's because I'm happy that I'm manly. If I portray myself feminine wise, that's because I'm happy I'm feminine. If you're not comfortable with yourself, then what's the problem? You feel me? All right, next.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
Why are you so afraid of gender equality? I'm not afraid of gender equality. I feel as though everybody deserves the rights. If they are a man, if they're a woman, no matter what they do, they deserve. If they're transsexual, they deserve the same amount of rights that everybody's given. They should. They deserve the same a lot of bylaws that everybody has to. How can I say it? They deserve the same rights. They deserve the same laws to stop them if things go crazy. They deserve the same representation. It does not matter your race, your creed, your gender, your color, your how big your feet are, how big your head is, how big your hands are. If you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're in between, it does not matter. You're a human being. So you deserve the same rights, liberties, and laws that everybody else do. Is why do you feel as though that you are belittled to me? Go ahead, Thunderfoot.
I'm not.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
Because you're some ditzy airhead actor, hired specifically because your skin was black enough so you could read some lines that you were given, written by some latte drinking liberal arts degree poser desperately immolating himself to atone for the original sin of being born with a white skin and a penis.
Okay, we're gonna go back to what he was talking about, the woman he's talking about. Um, Before I show her, what he's talking about is it says guilt tripping, mostly modern day feminists, men and female, that guilt trip white people for being white and guilt trip men for being men. And the thing about it is that when he was saying that you're a black actress that was hired by a latte drinking, it's because a lot of people have a problem with affirmative action, and I can understand and I can actually agree because you shouldn't be hired because of the color of your skin, or you shouldn't be hired because the gender that you was born with. You should be hired for the merit of your character. If you feel as though that I am deserving of the job because of my intelligence or I fit the requirements for the job, then hire. Don't hire me because of this. Because see, turn the camera. Because of this. Because of that skin color. Don't do that. Don't hire me because I got this. You know what I mean? Don't hire me because of that. Hire me because I have shown that I fit your requirements. Or just like, don't hire her because she looks like this. Say an African American woman. And when I say she looks like that, I'm talking about don't hire her because not that she's a woman, she don't deserve the job. I'm saying don't hire her because she's a woman, and that's the only thing. You know what I mean? Or she's black. That's the only thing to fit quotas. You know what I mean? Hire her because it seemed like if you actually sat down and had a conversation with her from the way that I'm seeing how she's asking these questions, even though it is read off of a script. Let's be 100, is read off of a script. She seemed like an intelligent person that if you had a conversation with her, her views would either change your mind or if not change your mind, you can see what made her pop up with her views. So um when he was doing that, I can tell he wasn't trying to belittle her in any type of way. He was just saying that the reason why you feel as though that you should get paid less than a man is the not your thought of you thinking that, it's the thought of the person who written that for you. Now to answer the question, why do you feel as though you should get paid less than a man? In a lot of cases, in my case, middle class, middle low, and low class, we don't negotiate our price. And if we do negotiate our wage, it's negotiating after working after a while, or it's not going to be like I can say, yo, I feel as though I'm worth $10 when the job is like 850. You know what I mean? And a lot of times is you just take what you take, and later on, if you get a raise, you get a raise. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? It's all about the content. Because somebody like me, I'm not going to be no corporate Microsoft making decision or corporate Sony. I'm gonna be working at your McDonald's, your Wawa's, your Rita's, your I don't know, your Rite Aids and Walgreens. So in a lot of cases, I wouldn't have to deal with that, and a woman in that same shoes wouldn't have to deal with that. We accept what is given to us, which 10 out of 10, or unless the person is really cool with the head of the HR, 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. Um, they getting paid the same amount as everybody else who's working the same job. It's nothing different. Now, if you trying to categorize this for the people who are in corporate world, like I said, a corporate sponsor for Microsoft or a corporate sponsor for Sony, they negotiate. We even seen cases in 2015 where actresses came out and said that they felt as though they're getting paid less than their male counterparts in different movie roles, and a few of them, which I give amends to for admitting because it's all on self, they came out and said that I did not negotiate hard enough to get a higher price that is compared or higher than my male counterparts. Is that a problem? Yes and no. How's that a problem? Yes, it's a problem because the simple fact you, as your own person, you did not try your hardest to prove your worth is either equal to or higher than the male counterpart. Is it because you're a woman? No, because we have situations where men literally came out and said, "Look, I freaking negotiated my ass off because they were going to lowball me, and just for this role." So if men are coming out saying they had to negotiate and work their ass off just so they can get a higher pay, for somebody to sit and just say, "Oh, it's because I'm a woman, I got a vagina, they're not going to pay me hard, and they're not going to pay me its worth. I got paid less than a man." You can't count that when you could did the same thing and negotiated your price to hire or as equal to a man that you're working with. Now, on top of that, if you're saying that it's because you're a woman, what about the women higher up positions that could determine your amount that you get paid? So, are you trying to say that they're sexist themselves because instead of seeing you and just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you $60," and this guy getting paid $60, um, just for no apparent reason, just because you're a woman, she's paying him $60 after he negotiated and worked his ass off. You then negotiate. You're like, "Hey, I'm a woman. Pay me $60." No, she's gonna be like, either come harder or you stay at that $50. You know what I mean? It's nothing different from it's nothing different just because you're a woman or you're a man. It's all about how you present yourself, all about the arguments that you present when you're trying to get a raise or a higher wage in these type of situations. Where, like I said, we've seen situations where women came out and they get paid more. Why? Because they negotiated their ass off. Ronda Rousey, she owns her own company. Do nothing, bitch, or DNB. You know what I mean? Um, I really think and hope and know that she do not lowball herself when she do appearances on Saturday Night Live or do appearances in the movie Entourages and other movies, or if she's in like a music video. I don't think she lowballs herself. So what's stopping you when you're in negotiations as a woman to get what you feel as though that you're worth? Next. But yeah, pretty much that's how I feel about that situation. Here we go. Oh, I gotta pause that. I love Amazing Atheist, and that was the perfect scene for that, cause Thunderfoot took it right out the net, took the nail right out, dog. It's mostly modern day feminist men and women that are white that are complaining about white people and how they should be guilty because of these type of situations. And you know what? Amazing Atheist, please don't hit me with a copyright. Thunderfoot, please don't hit me with a copyright for this. But I gotta show this. This was the perfect fit to what is being said.
And the job was doing so menial that you didn't even get accredited on this YouTube video. Yeah, a way to represent those minorities, regressive progressives. But yeah, that's what you do. Well, I, with some 20 years of research experience, work in nuclear reactors to discover things that no other living man has discovered. That
So pretty much with that little bit he was saying, the woman that I just showed you, the woman that asked that question, that's being paid to ask these questions, part of the video, the original video, the BuzzFeed video, because I found out this was a BuzzFeed video. Um, she wasn't even credited for doing this. So what's that saying? What's that saying right there? That's saying the people who are writing these scripts, the people who are having, you speak as a minority because you're a woman and you're black, you won't even get the credit for doing this video, which is fucked up. Let's be honest. Let's really be honest. Which kind of points towards the whole feminist agenda, but I'm not going to keep mentioning that. I'm just going to answer these questions, but come on, really open your eyes to that, because that shows you how some people really feel. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to generalize men and say, yo, all men feel all these questions are about women, why not look at why do they? Is it all men? Is it just a certain few? Which, to be honest, it is a certain few, but they don't speak for all of us. You know what I mean? Um, who is really bringing up these situations as a negative or a positive light? Are they in good intentions or are they in bad intentions? Are these people who are speaking out against these intentions, are they doing it because they're just trying to justify why they do it, or they're doing it because the simple fact, um, they feel as though that what is being said is wrong and is like poisoning the community? Is it that they're just speaking this just to hate on women? 9 out of 10, it's not that. 9 out of 10, they feel as though the philosophy is wrong. All right, continue from the foot. You got this.
That's why I get paid more than you.
Why was there to be
Hold up, hold up, because they just gonna repeat that question of why do we deserve that women should be paid less than us. I should have started back up what he was saying, but he was saying compared to that woman right there, compared to her, um, his job is higher up compared to her being an actress.
in what world does 77 cents equal a dollar? In what world does 77 cents equal a dollar? How is that fair?
All right, in that case, that's more of a classism thing. As I was saying before, somebody in my position, middle, low, and low class, and middle class, on the lower scale, we accept these type of jobs. We don't complain as long as it equals up. We can provide for our family. No matter if we're a man, a woman, black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, Mexican, it does not matter. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? Now, corporate wise, if you're talking about corporate or high officials or middle high to high class, then that's more on your negotiation. That's more on the position that you're going for. If you're an actress, you can negotiate your prices. Don't mean that you'll be accepted. Don't mean that you'll be being paid that much. But still, you can negotiate it and put it like that. Picture if you was in my shoes, not me as a man, but I'm talking about the jobs that I go for or gotta go for or get. Where it's you're set 850. That's it. No more, no less. Or if it's more, you're gonna have to wait like a year or two. You know what I mean for the raise.
This is that pay gap thing, isn't it? Well, that's great. Because white people only get 75 cents on the dollar for an Asian job. Yeah, Asians are the best paid demographic in America.
Let me pause this real quick to show off this chart. If you see right there, it's the comparison of race and it's the comparison of gender. The light blue is men, the dark blue is you get it, women. If you notice, as he was saying, men, yeah, they get paid a little bit more, but mind you, the type of jobs again are not my type of jobs. They're more upper middle and higher class. But if you also notice within it, it's also separated by race, where Hispanics and Latinos are paid way less than everybody else. And white people in particular are paid less than Asians. And if you look at the Asian charts in particular, the men has a huge gap in between how much a man and a woman get paid, while everybody else from white people to black people to even Hispanics, the gap is at least close enough where it really wouldn't even be that much of a difference to be like, wait, you're getting paid shit more than me. This is a problem. Second up would be white people, as you see, where it's like not even 100. It's not even 100. I would say like $40 or $50 more. But if you seen with Latinos and blacks, it's close. So if anybody who should be having this problem with this type of situation, as you say, it's not really women of all types. If anybody who should be real pissed off about this, is Asian women compared to an Asian man. Shoot, an Asian woman pretty much is getting paid as much as a white man. So what's up with this? You know what I mean? So go ahead.
Really, I'm over 25% less just because my skin is white.
Why are you so afraid of recognizing non-privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
Yeah,
Okay. I think this one also is directed towards white people more than me, because you heard that check your privilege. But also it is directed towards me because they're talking about male privileges, you know what I mean? About we accept these, the pay gap, wages and laws being biased to us. But if you really want to sit back and talk about laws being biased to men, and this is my personal opinion, my research, my feelings on it, legally, women have way more rights when it dealing with child custody and child care than a man does. Literally, recently we had a situation where a man got arrested for taking his daughter's phone because his daughter was playing with her friends to beat up or bully or do something, harass a young girl in school. The father caught it, stopped it, took the phone, and because his ex-wife had a husband that was a cop, they went, harassed him, arrested him. He had to pay $1,500 in bail. And then tried to legally a year later pursue him again off of the same situation where she got acquitted of. Congratulations, Sue. Shout out. But that shows how legally within our judicial system is biased. It showed where a woman could say he hit me and do go into jail even though she had no marks. But that also falls within, bias between a man and a woman legally. Or how, like I said, with the child custody, where they're always granted the child to the woman. It's a rare occasion the man gets custody, and the only way the man gets custody if the woman gives it up, or they really see extreme cases, which I have actually seen extreme cases where the woman was unfit but the father was fit, and instead of putting the child in the homes, they gave the custody of the kid to the father. Which again, I have seen cases like this, not on TV, not just watching news, actually lived cases like this where people I knew who were strung out on drugs, females, were unfit to take care of her kids, and they gave custody to the father because the woman shown she was unfit to take care of the child. So, in that type of thing, why can't you accept your privilege that legally you're in the right? Again, like I said, I think this goes towards the whole white male, not really just male, because if it's black men, we should make a video to this BuzzFeed video asking women questions, about some stuff that should be on the table, which I don't think there will be a reaction video to it, but on a serious note, it's more on our system is fucked up. Why there's people do not accept their privileges because we're under the thought that everything is equal no matter what, legally, economically, just life period. Everything is equal. You know what I mean? Is everything equal? No. I just pointed out something that is unequal towards men, and then if we go back to the whole wage gap thing, you seen the chart where women are getting paid less than men, but everybody from white men, black men, Latino men, we're getting paid less than Asians. You know what I mean? That goes more within race, but that's Asian women and Asian men. Asian women getting paid shit less than Asian men. You know what I mean? So pretty much, is everything equal? No. Does this kind of work at least to a point that we all can try to eat and survive? Yes. If we as American citizens or as people could try to formulate some type of guidelines or laws, or try to help each other out in some type of way where we can make this better. Yes, there are always ways to improve. But sitting and placing blame, saying you need to check your privilege because you're a man, and this and this and this and this and this, you gotta look on the other side of the fence, because that same man or white man or whatever man you're talking to, um, that same person can just point out like, well, in that case, you need to check your privileges and stop taking all custody of kids. knowing there are men out there who want to take care of the kids, or there's men out and painting men in bad light saying they don't want to take care of the kids. You know what I mean? So there's my answer to it. Thunderfoot, take it away.
Easy, Phil. Shut the fuck up and check your privilege shitlord. And don't you dare stop protesting for all those oppressed white guys until I get paid the same as the Asian guys. Oh no, wait, what if the guys are 10 times more likely to die at work than a woman? I mean, there's a guy's life really worth more than 10th of a woman's? Oh yeah, that's right. Guys and girls tend to have different career choices that end up with them getting different pay for different work.
True,
Different chances of dying for different work.
true. And from that chart right there, and there actually it has been cases out where more men have died than women in different lines of fields. Why? Is because they're more dangerous. There's more men who die in construction than there is women in the STEM field. But within that, like he said, men and women go to different job choices where we've seen cases where people keep talking about we need more women in the STEM field. Well, how can you say we need more women in the STEM field if there's women out there that do not feel as though it's important or is their career choice in life to go inside the STEM field? There's nothing wrong with that. If you feel as though you don't want to participate in the STEM field, you don't want to be part of science or technology, it's cool. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you happy because you got to live with you in life. And whatever makes you happy that's not harming nobody else, hey, I'm with it. I'll support. If anybody got a problem with it, shoot, I will come march with you. I'll wear the bras out and all that. But you got to also understand that within that you can't generalize generalize all men towards the situation of yo, why y'all get paid more than us? Well, what field are you in? I'm in cosmetology. So you're doing hair, complaining that you get paid less than me, who is working on computers and working on technology. Really? You know what I mean? It's all now. I can understand in that type of sense if she said, "Why are you getting paid more than me?" Okay, what do you do? I'm in computer repairs and software, software and program. Okay, you get paid less than me. What company you with? Microsoft. Shit, I'm in that same company. Damn, we need. That's a problem right there because of the simple fact we're both in the same field, same type of line of work, and we're in the same company. So it can't be well. You're part of Sony, so you know what I mean. Their pay is totally different from what we do at Microsoft because of the simple fact it's a different company. We have no control over what they do. You know what I mean? But there you go.
In other words, when you count all the factors and compare like with like, women get paid almost exactly the same for the exact same work. And the only reason we keep bitching about numbers like 80% is because they don't understand basic critical thinking or numbers. And the reason should be bloody obvious. They took gender studies degrees. If any of you morons thought about it for just a second, that if you really could hire women to do exactly the same work for 75% of the pay, then you could simply start a feminist company, hire all women, pay them 10% more, and still completely undermine competition and financially annihilate them.
True.
Now, I wonder why that's not happening. Yeah, because you took gender studies degrees. Just kind of reminds me of that old joke, how many feminists does it take to change a light bulb? Which the answer is, don't be silly. Feminists can't change anything.
All right. I think that's the end of the video. Yeah, it's the end. But pretty much when he did that, because like I was saying, with this video, it seemed more like a feminist video. It's not really, oh, women question towards men. It was more modern day female feminist question towards men on their privilege as white men, black men, whatever men, where they had a better outlook, a better, to it. But personally, the way I feel about the video is, come on, really, stop generalizing. That's the problem with a lot of these situations dealing with modern day feminists, even past feminists. I'm not even equipping them with modern day feminists because a lot of past feminists came out against this new feminism. You know what I mean? Where it's that guilt trip. It's, yo, you need to check your privileges. Well, how you going to sit there and claim somebody need to check their privileges but won't acknowledge your privileges? Everybody has privileges. Everybody has some type of weakness. It's like an RPG game. You can choose the human, you can choose the elf, you can choose the dwarf. Each one has their pros, each one has their cons. I know that's a broad example, but still, it makes a point because the simple fact, if you're going to try to challenge somebody else and say, "Oh, you're the scum of the earth, you're a piece of shit, you got all these privileges," and you, instead of you accepting it, you or judging everybody else, look at yourself. You know what I mean? And like I said, as a black person, there are things that need to be discussed within racial aspects too, of both peaceful sides. But it's just when it comes down to that video in particular, it's more dealing with modern day feminist problems with men or society. Instead of trying to fix a situation, they sit and they complain. We've seen that a lot. People who know me know that I support Gamergate. Why? Because I was sick and tired of people judging and generalizing everybody to be a cis white male. I got sick and tired that if I sit and I play with one of my favorite video game characters, Kitana on Mortal Kombat, I am sexist because of the simple fact the way they have her dressed. And I have no problem with the way she's dressed. Because the simple fact she's a kick ass character. She is dope when it comes down to it. Her combos are dope. You don't see that. You just see she's half naked. Up, you're sexist. That's all you want to see. You just want to see a half naked woman. No, I want to see her whoop ass so we can win. You know what I mean? Or or that's how come I support Not Your Shield, because the simple fact, you see this. You see this. I am not white. I'm black. I'm African American. You know what I mean? I'm black American. I have no issue with white people, have no issues with white women or anything like that. But stop trying to call me sexist. Stop trying to consist me with somebody outside my race because of the simple fact that's who your target is and that's who you're generalizing everybody to be. That's the problem with a lot of these situations that's going on now. It's a whole bunch of generalizations that's making people iffy about feminism, iffy about the PC culture and all that. Is the PC culture good? It can be a good thing. Let's be 100. It can be a good thing. The only thing that makes it bad is when you have extremists who try to judge and generalize and analyze everything to a negative light. But that's just my opinion on it. Thank you very much for watching part one, part two. Um, if you agree, if you disagree, if I don't, how you feel about this, put it in the comment section below. Like I said in this video, I'm tagging the Thunderfoot video in it, and I'm tagging part one in it, so you'll have both parts. So there you go. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Peace.